Hi there, Clone Club. Mark Dacote here from the Orphan Black podcast. And this is my double take for the Orphan Black episode entitled Mingling Its Own Nature with It, which aired on May 3rd, 2014. This was another great episode to this season. We got to meet some new characters, we had some questions answered, we had others questions asked of us, and overall another great action-packed episode of Orphan Black. Now, like all my other double takes, I'm here to ask you 3 questions for you to submit an answer for me to use on my podcast, which will be released on Wednesday. So let's get right to it. My first question of this week is, how is Daniel tracking Sarah and Kira? We saw last week he showed up at the motel shortly after Kira had left and while Sarah and Art were still there. And then this week he shows up at the convenience store after Sarah, Kira, and Felix left. And then he shows up at Cal's place. How exactly is Daniel tracking them? Question number 2. Is Delphine telling Cosima the truth? She tells Cosima that Jennifer was kept naive and didn't know her situation, but that they're telling Cosima everything. Is that the truth? Is the Dyad Institute actually telling Cosima everything to help her research herself? Or are they still holding stuff back? Is Delphine still holding stuff back? And question number 3 is, will Helena work with Henrik and the Proletheans? We saw at the end of the episode what looked to me like a wedding, but Helena was kind of out of it. So once she's more lucid, is she going to go along with what the Proletheans are doing? Or is she going to turn against them? Or what's your take? What do you think Helena's going to do once she's more in her right mind, as far as Helena can be in her right mind? So those are my 3 questions for this week. Number 1, how is Daniel tracking Sarah and Kira? Number 2, is Delphine telling Cosima the truth? And number 3, will Helena work with Henrik and the Proletheans? Now, you can send me your feedback in a number of different ways. If you want to write up something or attach an audio file, you can send it by email to feedback@solotalkmedia.com. You can call my voice feedback line at 1-805-910-7656 and leave your message on the voicemail there. You can go to solotalkmedia.com and use the SpeakPipe widget, which is found on the right-hand side of the page. There's a little leave message tab there. You just click on that, and you use your computer's microphone to leave the message. You can also do that through your smartphone, by the way. You can, if you go to the website through your smartphone and you click on that little tab, then you can record directly through your phone and the message automatically gets sent to me. That SpeakPipe is also available on my Facebook page at facebook.com/solotalkmedia, so you can use SpeakPipe there, or you can actually leave me a comment on Facebook. And lastly, if you're watching this video in YouTube, you can leave a comment down below and I will pick that up before I record my podcast. So that's it for this week. Great episode. I hope to hear from you. I got lots of feedback from my last podcast. I hope to hear from those listeners, and I hope to hear from some new listeners. So that's it for now. Until I hope you join me on the podcast later this week. And if not, I'll see you again for my double take for next week's episode. Take care.